It's 7:30 in the morning and I look like shit. But I'm doing my pet routine, so I'm gonna film it from the moment I have to get up to the morning to the moment I have to go to bed. So let's go. First thing I do is one, I move this chair. Hello. And I take all the clips off. And I let the bunnies out. That's 7 every morning. Hello. And then if Pumpkin wants out, I put Pumpkin out. The bunnies are out, and then I turn that on. And the hamster went back to bed. And now I'm going back to bed. Then after I let the bunnies out, they get to run around the room, and I normally go back to bed and sleep till about 9 while the bunnies run around and make lots of noises and sounds and get to chill. As soon as I get up, I make my bed, and then the daily chore starts with the pets. So then around 9, I let Pumpkin back in because he's normally meowing at my door, and then we move on to the other animals who need food, water, hay, all that jazz. So the first thing I do with the guinea pigs in the morning is I just make sure they have hay. That is all I do for them, and then later in the evening we will do a lot more for them. And the only thing I do for the bunnies is I give them fresh water because they are always drinking water. I have to fill this up multiple times a day, but they get their water. It has some hay in it, and I normally clean that out, but for some reason I didn't because I'm stupid. And I also gave them some treats. Normally they only get treats at night, but you know, I love spoiling them. And instead of coming out, Annie just stuck her little nose through the bars, which was really cute. Next, I feed Barry, my betta fish, freeze-dried bloodworms, which, just so you guys are aware, I plan on getting him some better food in the future. Better food. Anyways, I am going to be upgrading his diet, but I just got him and I'm just getting used to his care and researching and trying to figure out what's the best option. So please don't come for me. After all the animals are fed and happy and doing their own thing, I start my own schoolwork, so yeah. Most days I will have to go through the guinea pig laundry. Today I had a ton, so I will be washing hopefully most of it, so that is what I do most days. Then I water all my plants that need to be watered, so that's exciting. So I look like 10 times better than this morning, clearly. Anyways, so I'm popping in real quick because my pet schedule will be a little off of like the normal time path today. And the reason why is because I'm going to the store with my sister. So it's gonna be thrown off a little bit, but I kind of just want to prove that my schedule is very like flexible and things aren't really like a strict way, because this will change in the future, this this schedule, this pet routine, because one day I will have to go back to public school, one day I will be getting a job, and one day I will be going on vacations and stuff. So just popping in real quick. So I ended up getting back at like 8, and what I do now is I just vacuum up all the loose hay, and then I just, clean up everything and all the poops by vacuuming, and then I add in more hay, which I know seems kind of unproductive because then I just have to vacuum up that hay, but it's how I do it. I don't really know why, but here we are. Then I spot clean the piggies. I do this once a day, and then they get fresh hay. After the cages are spot cleaned, I then fill up the water bottles if they need to be filled up and use filtered water, and then after that I will then get the rabbits and guinea pigs veggies ready. Today the rabbits had a leafy green spinach and lettuce mix and mustard greens, and the guinea pigs had mustard greens, a little bit of baby spinach and lettuce, and also they both had bell peppers and some tomatoes. Annie, you gotta wait for your veggies. Annie, sweetie, you just have to wait a little bit. Give me like a couple minutes to get your water and pellets. Oh my goodness, are you hungry? Have some patience, children. At this point, I fill up the water bowl, get the animals pellets, although today I did not have guinea pig pellets. It seems like anytime I film, I don't have guinea pig pellets. I promise you, my guinea pigs normally have pellets. I'm so sorry that it seems like I don't feed my guinea pigs pellets. I do! Then at this point, I put up the guinea pig water bottles, and I would normally give them pellets, but again, I don't have any. They normally have adult guinea pig oxbow pellets. Again, every single time I film, I'm out of pellets. It's just weird, I'm sorry. Then I give the rabbits their pellets for the night, give them fresh water, and then feed them their veggies. And once I feed them their veggies, I normally close the cage doors. That way I can let my other animals in. So yeah, as you can see, I am picking through the veggies because I did want to make sure that the guinea pigs got most of the lettuce, because I don't want to feed them too much spinach, if that makes sense, because spinach has too much calcium. So yeah. So the rabbits are normally free-ranged between the times of 7:30 to about 4 or 5 in the afternoon, but today they were out till 8:30, so if I'm going somewhere and they're already out, I leave them out because I close my door anytime I leave. That way I don't have to worry about my dog getting into any cages or my cats getting into anything or knocking stuff over, that kind of stuff. So I just leave them out. Then I feed Barry a second time, just a little bit. I'm trying this out, feeding him twice a day. Right now he's pretty used to only being fed once a day, so I might end up just feeding him once a day. But anyways, then after that I do turn off this main light and turn on his blue light, and then before bed I turn off all the lights. Now I'm feeding the leopard geckos. Augie and Octavia had superworms, and then Livia did end up eating a couple mealworms, although she is the pickiest. So enjoy this little content of them eating their food. Now, since all the animals are taken care of, I can now let all of my cats in, and my dog, all of my many cats. And this is really nice because the cats love to check out the animals without being in direct contact with them. They love the smells of my room and just hanging out, and as you can see, they were waiting. So yeah. Then at around 9 to 10 o'clock, I give Ebony her medication because she is on antibiotics for an upper respiratory infection that is still not gone. So that is wonderful. I'm hoping that it'll go away soon and that she will get healthy soon. But right now, it's not. And as you can see, she hates her medicine. So it was really hard for me to get her to take it. So as I get ready for bed, I take out the rabbits' metal bowls because they like to flip those at night and then I can't sleep. So I do remove those, and if I have cardboard in there, I also remove the cardboard because they love to chew that super duper loud. But everything else they get to keep in their cage. Then I check up on the guinea pigs and make sure they have water, hay, pellets normally, all that jazz. And, you know, I also love looking at them because they're all very squeaky and it's very funny. And then I go and make sure all the leopard geckos have water and their calcium is nice. And I'm making sure I check that their heat mats are on and all of that. And the funny part is, Miss Livia was actually not in any of her usual hides and was actually not in that one, not in her other hide. Wait for it, wait for it. She was actually all the way back there, which normally I don't see her move around too much, so it's always a surprise to find her in other places other than her half log hide and her cork hide. And then Augie was just being silly in general. Gotta make sure we check on the cat, of course. I then make sure the hamster has water and food, and often during this time I will give her a treat or two just to build up some bonding, and I will also make sure her wheel is not stuck and just kind of fix up her cage every once in a while. I didn't do that tonight, but overall I just check to make sure she's okay. If she's not out by now, I normally check to see where she's sleeping just because I'm always worried she's gonna die, which I know is like so weird, but that's just what I am like with my hamsters. And then Barry, I just turn off his light, and that pretty much means it's almost time for bed. Here is that treat I ended up giving my hamster, Mavis. She ended up getting her first whimsy chew and she seemed rather interested in it. And this is actually a sign of her trusting me more because she is taking a pretty large chew from my hands and not running with it. So that's pretty fun. Okay guys, it is now nighttime. It's about 12 o'clock at night. I'm normally in bed by like 11. I'm up a little late because I love playing The Sims and I'm finishing up some character stuff. But anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoy the video seeing my routine with all of my pets. Again, just so you're aware, this routine is going to be tweaked. If you see anything about my care, there are a few things I'm trying to fix. But if you do see anything with my care that you see as being wrong or I should change, please comment it nicely and we can have a conversation. Maybe you didn't see it completely, or maybe I will explain my reasoning for doing something. So yeah guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, subscribe. If you didn't, then good night.